Okay, we're going to talk about concealers, foundations, and powders today. So we're going to start first with concealers, and I'm going to put them on. I'm going to do my makeup while I talk to you. So let's talk concealers for a quick second. So all of our concealers and foundations are undertone based. So that means they're cool, neutral, and warm. However, they are very forgiving, so you can kind of mix and match. So I'm technically a warm, but I kind of mix and match depending on the time of year. So right now I'm in a light beige, and I'll be on that the rest of the summer. In the in-between season, when I'm not summer dark, but I'm not quite white, I do go with a deep ivory, which is a little bit more of a cool undertone, maybe neutral to cool, it's a little bit. And then light ivory it's pretty neutral, so it can go either way. And then deep beige is very warm. So it depends on skin tone. So you can kind of see how they go as far as that's concerned. They are waterproof. They are more concentrated than foundation. So the places you want to use concealer is your eyes, which that's my main place. If you have blemishes, you want to conceal on top of a liquid foundation, because otherwise your liquid foundation will just make it go away. Okay, so I'm doing a light beige today. I'm using our concealer brush. I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to show you our retail sales cosmetic sponge, which I really love, and our cream concealer color brush. So I'm going to start now. These are the main places that I do concealer. I do it on my top lid. Now, sometimes I do go from the back of my hand. I use the back of my hand a lot as my little palette. And sometimes I gotta look in my mirror. But this is the area. I try to stay away from fine lines as I get older. If you're younger and you don't have fine lines, it doesn't really matter. You can also use this. This was used to be used a lot for our cream to powder foundation, but since it was discontinued, that was the wrong color. If you still are using it, it's fine. A lot of the colors, the last time I checked, were still available, but cream to powder, if you did not know, is discontinued. If you're having trouble finding colors, let me know, because there's always directors and people that have it. So if you want to okay, so I wanted to share with you also about under eye corrector. Now let me show you. I forgot to grab it. Hold on. Okay, so what's the difference with under eye corrector? So under eye corrector is more peach. So if you look, I'll just put a little bit on my hand so you can see the difference. Okay, so this is light ivory. This is light beige. This one here is light ivory, and this is under eye corrector. Under eye corrector is a little bit more peach in undertone. So if you're blue in here like me, I'm blue, see how you can kind of see it? You would want to use some under eye corrector. Now, a lot of times what I do is I mix it with my concealer. If you are a minimalist and you want to cover your eye area, but you don't want to do a concealer and an under eye corrector, I would just do under eye corrector. For a lot of people, that's all you need. That's what I do there. Let's talk foundations. So we have a couple different foundations. We have our CC Cream Foundation. This has sunscreen SPF 15. It is a very light foundation covers. It is essentially a foundation and a moisturizer in one. So it's a light foundation, light moisturizer. This I would use in addition to your moisturizer, but I advise a lot of people to throw it in their purse in the summer, especially if you know you're gonna be outside all day, and you can put this on your face in the middle of the day to freshen up. This is for all skin types. Oily skin can use this. Dry skin can use this. So this is a really great product. It'll make you a little bit dewy, but it's not gonna make you oily, if that makes sense. So my oiliest skin customers use this, my dry skin customers use it. It is especially popular in the summer. So it has a pump. One pump does your whole face. If you're using less than a pump, you're not getting the SPF or the coverage you use. So use a pump. I love it. Use one full pump. Then we have our full and medium, matte and luminous foundations. Matte is for normal to oily skin. Luminous is for normal to dry skin. Can somebody with oily skin use luminous? Absolutely they can. They're gonna be dewy. Can somebody with dry skin use matte? Probably not. It's gonna dry you out. If you have normal skin, you can go either way based on preference. These are all undertone based. So if you are a cool, that means that you typically get, when you get in the sun, you burn and then you go right back to white. You don't traditionally tan. If you're a neutral, you might burn and get a tiny little bit of tan, but not much. And then if you, like I burn, but I get really tan. So I'm actually a warm. If you just get tan, you are a warm. That would make you a W. So I'm just gonna use this one. So Ivory W150 is an ivory skin tone, meaning you're warm, but you're really light, okay? So you might be like me, dark hair, medium skin. So even in the winter, I'm still a little bit warm. I'm in what you'd consider an autumn. Green eyes, dark hair, makes me warmer, okay? Makes sense? Warm colors look better on me. If you are burn and go back to white, so maybe you're light hair, light skin that doesn't tan, then you would be more of a spring or a, yes. If you are a dark hair, light skin that doesn't tan, more like a little bit more like Snow White, you would be a winter. Okay, so summer is light hair, tans easily. Okay, so think of it like that. So if you're not sure, reach out to me because I would love to help you with this because I'm nuts about foundation. The other thing is we have a great foundation finder tool on our Mary Kay website. You can either go to my website, marykay.com/dharpster, or you can just go to Mary Kay's website if you don't have your own website, and you can click on foundation finder tool. And what it does is it helps you, it's really accurate, you guys. I'm really surprised at how accurate it is. It's really good. So if you're not sure, reach out to me. And if nothing else, you can order samples on section 2 or I can mail you samples. I don't mind doing that. So this is our foundation. That's a quick synopsis of how it works. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. I have an SPF allergy, so I like CC cream, but I'm not using that today. So I'm just using this sponge, which is really nice. You can put it on the back of your hand and use your sponge. You can also, I'm gonna show you the brush. So we have a couple different brushes and I forgot to grab the one. Now, here's the deal with the sponges, ladies. If you're gonna use these sponges, perfectly fine, use the sponge, but you have to wash it every time you use it. I recommend washing it in the morning before you use it because you want it wet so it doesn't soak up as much of your foundation. The other brush that I truly love, we have two. We have this one, which is the liquid foundation brush, and then we have a blending brush that is Fabulous that I really love, but mine's dirty right now, so I don't have it out here. But I love that one the best. I like the handle on this one with the brush on the all over blending brush, which is Fabulous, but either one you can use. Like if you're like me and you have these fine lines in here, I like to take the brush to kind of blend that stuff after. Okay, so I don't put foundation on my neck, but whatever's left on my brush or my applicator, I just kind of go like this and blend down. Your foundation should disappear, but let's be real, we want to make sure it blends well. Okay, let's talk powders really quick. So we have pressed powder. This is sheer mineral pressed powder. It has a tiny little bit of color. This is an ivory 2. This is a beige 2. You can see the difference. I didn't have a beige one out for you. I use all of them depending on my mood. You can also use a dry sponge. We have this great brush. This is called a compact powder brush. So this is under beauty tools, compact powder brush. It is really nice for travel. And if you're taking a powder with you, it'll fit right here. Your sponge will fit right here. So if you like a sponge for powder, it's completely up to you. We also have the puffy powder brush that I really like. So a lot of times that's what I use. So it's a pressed version. All of our powders are milled very, very fine. So they're not gonna stick in your fine lines and make them look deeper, not so fine, right? Then we have our translucent powder. So this one looks white, but it goes on to the color of your skin, which I really love. So it does not lighten your skin at all. It's for all skin tones, which is really great. Milled, I got it all over me. Milled, very fine. Then we have our Silky Setting Powder. This kind of took the place of our Mineral Powder Foundation. What we found was the Mineral Powder Foundation was sticking in fine lines and making them look more apparent because it could only be milled so fine. This is milled finer, and this is a setting powder to set your foundation for the next step. I use, honestly, you guys, it just depends. I kind of take the brush and I tap it in like this. Try not to inhale it like I just did. But I'll also use, a lot of times when I travel, just for ease, I'll throw the pressed powder in just because it's easier, but it does not always travel as well. So if you're flying, I would recommend taking this one. Make sure you click the top to close it so that you don't have all of it in the lid when you get there. Okay. If you need help choosing things, you still have questions, please reach out to me. But this is our concealers, powders, and foundations. Make it a great day.